Hey there, I'm Sierra Bailey, and today I'm going to talk to you about something that I heard recently on the Gretchen Rubin Happiness podcast, and that is creating a list of things that you want to get done during this coronavirus shelter-in-place time. She called it the 19 in COVID-19, and I think it's a fantastic idea. So let's talk a little bit about how you would put this together, because she also is a big fan of doing the amount of things that you want to do for the year with the number in it. For example, this year was the 20 in 2020. And I had so many questions from you about how to put together that list that I made up a little cheat sheet for it and gave you a printout for how to do it. So I will say, I have not created a printout for this. All you need is a piece of paper, your phone notes, something that you can keep with you. This is not a year-long project. This will hopefully be about a month maximum. We'll see how things go. But it is a way to inspire you to get some things done over the next few weeks and to give yourself a little bit of purpose. If you're feeling like you don't have focus or like you're a little all over the place and you're not doing that well with the somewhat isolation from being out socially, this may help you feel like you are enjoying yourself, feeling like you are getting some things done without the pressure of having to be big things done. Okay, so what kind of things should we put on this list? Obviously, as it's 19 in COVID-19 time, you are going to select 19 things. So what should those 19 things be? Well, like I said, if you're not feeling a lot of focus, if you're not feeling that into work or things like that, then have them be projects around the house, or have them be things that you have been just wanting to get done and not feeling like you have the time to do. So 10 to 15 of these things on the list should be under one day. They could be an hour. You could have something as small as do a face mask. You could have something, I'll go through a little bit of what my list is. So if you see my eyes going down, that's why. It could be something like clean out your bookshelf. Sometimes we get a lot of things on there. I like to get rid of a lot of books that I'm not going to reread or that I don't like to keep as references. And sometimes I forget to clean them out and things just end up there. So it's a great time to go through all of your books and see what you don't want to have anymore. It could be something like doing your taxes. It could be something like starting that new planner that you bought and were so excited to use and you haven't had a chance to sit down and get through it. It could be something like cleaning out your pantry. It could be something like putting a pull-up bar in your closet that you have been really wanting to do and just haven't had the chance to even figure out what doorway to hang the thing in. Like I said, under one day tasks. These are little things that you could just be quickly doing. Okay, after that, we move on to 2 to 6 one-day tasks. So these tasks would probably be like a whole project for the day. If you're feeling focused, this could be a great chance to catch up on some work projects or to do something. Maybe you want to start a side hustle or something like that. Fantastic. All little things, not necessarily starting the side hustle. That we'll get to in a second. But let's say your dream has been to start an Etsy shop. Well, one of your projects on the list, because again, you don't want to make your tasks something that you can't figure out what you're supposed to do, but it could be, I'm going to open an Etsy shop, which would mean choosing a name and creating a banner and deciding what you're going to put in that Etsy shop, and then, maybe putting a little bit of word out about it on social media. That would be a one-day task. That would be a great thing that maybe you've been putting off. Perhaps it is something I did yesterday. I'm kind of an organizing nerd if you haven't caught on. So I do, using the app Todoist, keep a rotating list of house chores. And on Sundays, they pop up. So yesterday just happened to be the day that it was due for me to change all of the bedding in the house and wash everything and flip the mattress, or spin it, whatever you do these days. And I ended up doing a few things in advance. I spent the whole day kind of ripping apart my bedroom and vacuuming under the bed and vacuuming the blinds and things like that. This could be a great chance for you to do something like that. Maybe it's a little more low key. Maybe you want to catch up on a stack of books you've been putting off reading, or maybe there's a Netflix series that you have been really wanting to binge. I do this with podcasts too. And podcasts, I feel that I can be, for example, I was listening to them yesterday, but I will want to listen to a whole series all at once and binge it. So I want to kind of be having a project like cleaning out that puzzle closet or those bookshelves are a great way to have that podcast on in the background that you've been really wanting to give some attention to. And then what do we have left? We have 3 big tasks. You know that I love those 3s, especially when it comes to goal setting and having things we want to do. So take 3 big things. And when I say big, what does that mean? That means maybe there's a 30-day challenge that you've been trying to do. Maybe you want to establish a habit. Maybe you want to work on a big project. What are some ideas of this? Okay. 30-day challenges. The most obvious that comes to mind is the Whole30. So if you have a lot of good frozen food in your pantry right now, maybe this is a 30-day pantry challenge to use up all the things in your pantry by the end of this. You could do a 30-day like push-up or like pull-up / chin-up challenge. One of my big tasks for the year was to do 25 pull-ups all at once in a row. And that will happen by the end of the year. So in my head, the way it worked was that each week or each 2 weeks, I add another pull-up. I'm up to 7 right now. I don't really do them all in a row, but whatever. I'm doing 7 at once in like one sitting. I don't take my hands off the bar. That's enough for me. You could do that in a 30-day challenge. Every day you could have to do 1 pull-up or maybe 2 or something. That also could be a habit that you're establishing. Maybe you want to start meditating as part of your morning routine, and doing a daily meditation practice with a free app is how you're going to start that in the next 30 days. Or maybe there's a big project that you've been wanting to tackle that you know will take like a month of your time. It could be starting that Etsy shop and really getting a side business going, or starting to write articles that you can contribute to Forbes or HuffPost or any of the other publications that take submissions. And right now you want to build up your Medium page. Maybe you want to start a Medium page and start posting to it every day. These are some things of big projects. Now, you notice that when you add up all of these things that I'm talking about and get to 19, that means that you're working on some projects that are those big tasks that you're doing over the whole month. Some are one-day tasks that you would pepper in, and then you have a whole bunch of those little tasks that are taking like half an hour up to like half of a day to do. So you're not necessarily only working on that 30-day challenge. You're mixing your day up with a whole variety. You're doing tasks, breaking down the big things into daily things, and peppering in those little side things that you want to do. And hey, if you get none of them done, no big deal. Nobody has to know but you. But I do challenge you to try to use this time to do some of those things that you're always wishing that you had that extra time for, and always wishing that you could actually sit down and do. If you have little kids, maybe this is something like you want to start getting in the habit of FaceTiming or Skyping with your parents or in-laws every day with the kids. This is a great time to try it because everybody's home. Maybe you want to start saving all of their art and taking photos of it and then having a photo book printed of it. This is a great time to do it because you have a lot of downtime. Maybe you want to start establishing a game night every week with your family. Great time, because guess what? Your nights are free. But whatever you're deciding to do, I hope that this list has inspired you a little bit and you're feeling a little like you can have some purpose with this time, and that you can get some of your focus and your energy back and distract yourself with everything going on. But most importantly, I hope that you and your family, if you have one, are safe during this time and are not having some sort of crisis mentally or physically. If you are, there are a lot of resources that you can reach out to, and I'm here for you. Please send messages. Please reach out via email, via all the social channels, and I hope that you're a little more inspired today to use your time in a way that you're going to be excited about getting out of bed every day and getting things done. I'm Sierra Bailey with Doers, Shakers, Makers. Thank you so much for watching today, and share your list. Maybe it will give you a little motivation to get some more things done. Have a great week.